You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, LeBron James is doubling down on the fact that his blatant intentional elbow was not, in fact, blatantly intentional the other night against Isaiah Stewart of the Pistons, which almost led to a Malice in the Palace 2.0 situation. Now, there's probably a reason he is doubling down. LeChina James is probably getting his panties a little bit in a wad right now as they anticipate another potential mess today because the Pistons play the Lakers once again. Gonna be interesting. Could the Lakers opt to set LeBron, tell him not to show up just because of something that may or may not happen? I don't know. I know many of my subscribers will be watching and they will tell us what happened. I cracked myself up. I know you dudes ain't gonna be watching no Lakers versus Pistons action. However, because, I mean, frankly, you come here to find out what LeCaron James has done lately. So anyway, we're going to get to this story because LeBron is running a little bit scared, it looks like. LeBron James responds to Isaiah Stewart's accusations. Exactly a week ago, the Lakers were engaged in the most intense confrontation of the season during a free throw attempt. LeBron James and Isaiah Stewart were boxing it out. As they were trying to untangle themselves, James flung an arm at Stewart to get Stewart's arm off of his, but in the process, James's elbow caught Stewart squarely in the face. The aftermath caused Stewart to lose his cool as he tried to attack the entire Lakers bench multiple times. Hey, let's be real here. The Lakers all put themselves in front of LeChina James. They did, okay? They all tried to get in between LeChina James and Isaiah Stewart. In true, I've got to get somebody else to fight my battles, LeChina James fashion. The scuffle led to a 1-game suspension for LeBron James and a 2-game suspension for Isaiah Stewart. After Friday's game against the Clippers, Isaiah Stewart reiterated that he did not think James's elbow was accidental. Okay, so our boy Isaiah Stewart has still got some venom right now, and that's good. Quote, "This is going to be my last time addressing it. I watched the film. Me personally, like I said, I didn't feel it was an accident." Oh, I bet LeBron heard that and was like, oh, shit. LeBron James got a chance to address Stewart, what Stewart had said earlier about the incident after the loss. Lakers lost to the Kings. The Lakers lost to the Kings? Shit, that's great. He went into full detail. Oh, he is really trying to talk himself out of a potential ass whipping. Let's keep it real here. Quote, "I saw his comments today and he felt it was intentional or it wasn't an accident. Going on record again saying it was. The actual chop down was on purpose to get his arm off of me. That part was on purpose, but the point of my hand hitting his face was not on purpose. You can literally go through numerous plays in the NBA where guys are chopping down on guys' arms or hands trying to get them off of them. And if you really look at the play closely, he kind of got off balance when I chopped down, and that's how his head went into my hand." Ha! LeChina's literally saying Isaiah Stewart's face ran into his hand. Okay. So it wasn't intentional at all. I've never been that player. I've never tried to seek face contact like that. It's not part of my game or part of basketball at all, but I don't go into a game with any expectations besides trying to come out victorious and get back to 500. That is the most important thing, and that's always been my mindset. And it goes on to talk about LeBron James has not been known as a dirty player. It's going to be interesting. They play at the Staples Center tonight and not in Detroit. It sounds like LeBron's trying to get out in front of this thing with this game coming. Like he's a little nervous right now. knowing Isaiah Stewart, who showed no fear of LeBron whatsoever. He tried to get to LeBron the other night. He was mad. We know he had a cut over his eye. He was bleeding profusely. Isaiah Stewart saw that blood, and he wanted vengeance on LaChina James. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Are they going to get into it tonight? Are the Lakers going to try to insulate LaChina James against Isaiah Stewart and keep him away from him? Okay, they also run the risk, look, if there's something that breaks out here, LeBron's already been suspended 1 game. He's coming off of a fine. LeCarron got his panties in a wad the other night, and LeCarron got his feelings hurt. And that's the thing. LeBron James is so thin-skinned. He got his feelings hurt because he was being heckled by people that paid a lot of money to get in to see a game, but a professional athlete like LeBron that makes $40 million, $50 million a year doesn't have thick enough skin to handle being heckled from the sideline. That should tell you something right there. He can't stand in the court and absorb some words. Once again, words. There's a lot of people getting ass hurt over words lately. He can't stand on the court, get harassed by fans, and yeah, look, he's getting heckled. When you make that much money, the fans should be allowed to say what they want to say. For the most part, I understand there's 1 or 2 trigger words there that they shouldn't say. But other than that, yeah, you know what? It doesn't hurt you, LeBron, to stand on the court and have somebody cuss you. I'm just keeping it real. I've got no issues with that whatsoever. But he's so thin-skinned. He's obviously trying to explain himself out of a potential ass whipping from Isaiah Stewart. And I'm going to tell you right now, if those two go at it, my money is on Stewart because there's no accounting for somebody just being flat pissed and mean. Okay, I don't think LeBron wants any part of that dude, and I think you're seeing it with him. Look, Isaiah Stewart had one little 14-word blurb in there about that, and LeBron's breaking it down over multiple paragraphs, trying to cur-dog his way out of a bad situation. Good luck, LaChina James. Isaiah Stewart has got his eyes on you. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.